Alright, in this video we want to add a feature so that we can filter jutsus on elements. So here I am on the manual page for jutsus, and we can see we can filter a name, plotline, stat effects and so forth, but we want to add element in there. So if we go to the jutsu filtering component, this is the one responsible for this filter box. I think at the bottom here we have this use filtering hook, which is what we use everywhere where we need to do filtering on jutsus. So that would be the training rounds and then this manual page right now. Let's just go in here to see how we're using it. I think we can already now just add some new state for elements. So we need to figure out where we have our elements defined first. Let's search something like this to see. The elements are defined within, this has to be refactored at some point, but right now it's located in here. And I think we will rename this across the code base now to do all elements. This should change it everywhere, and we will also export a type for it. So this is the one we have to implement into our filtering component. Here we can import all elements from libs combat constants. And then we also want to import the type element from the same folder. And with that, we can start using it down here. Guess more or less the same as this one. Let's call it element instead. And this one has to be uppercase. This was the get filter method, but I guess it's the same. We still need it in there as well. Then we down here in the hook, we also define it. Guess we just generally have to do exactly the same as the set effect. Here it's all elements 0 as element type. We need to return everything. Return all that state. That element. And I imagine up here we might be using it. So here we need to destructure set element as well. And then we will have to add it. So this is the visual component we're seeing, and we want to add this one as well. So let's copy effect and say element. This one will run set element. It will cast it as an element type. It will loop over all elements. So this is what we show in the dropdown. Basically show all of them. I wonder if this, can remember this filter, is that typed? Where do we get the filter? It's from here. Definitely need a comma in there. I think sort of here somewhere. We have main filters. I think this is the definition of the different filters we have. Just jump to that one. What is it that is causing everything to jump to this one? Jesus Christ. In here, train.ts, yes. Right. I think we soon have to port everything to the app router and then install this turbo pack. Maybe that will help a little bit as well. Basically have to do some cleanup of everything. That element, I think this was right. Now we added element to the filter, so this type should be okay. not complaining yet, but it could also be because it's just slow. Why is it not liking this? We are exporting that down here. I think we're all good, but let's just keep coding. So we use this on the training grounds, for instance, and then everything gets passed to the backend, get all on Jutsu. And it really don't want to let me jump today. So we'll go Jutsu router, get all, that's this one. We need to take in an element here as well. And then basically we're passing this all the way to the query on Drizzle. And using JSON to search through, is it? Yeah, it's within the effects we have defined the elements. And I guess we just have to search, I think this one is called elements. I imagine this would be what we're looking to actually do. And then I think before I start the next video, I will have to figure out why my whole setup is being so slow. Loading. Let's see, at least we get it here and it gets the sublist, which is also good. And it seems like it's probably subsetting the returned results. So we get the element selector. So I think this is everything. Let's just quickly review. This one, I think we messed up. What do we call this? An element here. But I think other places down here, I called it an element type. Not true. So at least there and there. Need to fix it. What is up with this one? That was just a consequence. Yeah, so we changed this. Here we just added for the filters being shown, the element one. Constants, we renamed the all elements and we export the type. This one is just a consequence of us changing that name. And the same here, just a consequence of us changing that name. And then on the back end, we actually subset the results based on that element. I think this looks about right. So let's commit it. New feature, build jutsu results based on element. There we go. That should be deployed in a few minutes. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one.